Hey guys, Surnett MMA here. Real quick, if you can like and subscribe before we get started, that'd be great. It's free and you can undo it at any time. I haven't made a video for a few days because I haven't known what to talk about, but I just thought of this the other day, so figured I'd talk about it. Who deserves the next title shot every division? And I'm not going to include the guys that are currently waiting for their title shot, like Strickland or who else? Tatsuro, Tara. Yeah. And Gage. But yeah, we'll get started. Every division. So obviously flyweight belts coming up at 327 between Tyra and Van. And I think the winner, if he's ready, fights Pantoja. If you give I think you give Pantoja about 6 months to recover, which I think he will in time, but like in the weirdest circumstances where he doesn't get a fight, Manel Cap should get the next belt. Fight for the belt next. He's been good. He's not super active, but dude, he's an absolute... He's a marauder. Nah. But yeah, Manel Cap, very good. Could maybe have one more fight against the Gooch for a title eliminator bout. Yeah. But I think if it's like worst case scenario, Pantoja can't fight for ages, which I don't think will happen, then you give Manel Cap the next shot. And if Pantoja fights for the belt next, maybe you do a co-main event between Cap and the Gooch. Yeah. Moving on to bantamweight, I've got Marab. I think Marab deserves it regardless. The amount of shit he did for the UFC last year, trying to go for a record, just fell short. Well, fell short by a bit, but yeah. It would be an awesome rematch because they're both 50-45 to each other. So it would be interesting to see who wins this one. But if you want to give a fresh contender, well, someone who's already fought for the belt and lost to this guy, Umar. He's had a very solid last two performances against Batista and Figgy. I know he got dropped by Batista, but I think it was not the most legit knee, and then he 10-8'd him the same round, I think. So, yeah. And I don't see who else Umar would realistically fight. Maybe if the timing's right. If Zahabi beats O'Malley, you give him Zahabi. Or maybe even rematch him against Marab outside, not for the belt. That could be good. Who else is in that top contender list? He already beat Corey. Nah. Yeah, it's either he fights Marab or Yan. There's very few options for him right now. Song Yudong, maybe? I don't know. But you wouldn't move Song Yudong up, so yeah. Moving on to featherweight, I got Aljamain Sterling. Obviously, we got Movsar and Lerone fighting each other this weekend to contend for the belt. So I'm not going to include either of those guys because I know one of them will get it and the other one's just slowly going to get filtered out. But yeah, maybe Aljamain fights the loser of this fight if he beats Salau, which I'm pretty confident he will. I'm thinking he'll fight Lerone Murphy, and I think he can beat Lerone. Aljamain's still Aljamain. He's had a few fights at bantamweight. He lost. The only one he's lost at bantamweight was to Movsar, who's likely to fight for the belt. And it would be cool to see Aljo go for double champ because he's one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. Moved up. So his friend Marab could go for the belt. And he's... sorry. He's put on some very good performances, so... yeah. Against Ortega, scored Ortega. Yeah, just had a rough time against Aliyev. But yeah, Aljamain, it'd be fresh, and probably it would be his last realistic chance at a title shot, because you got Kevin Vallejos coming up, you got Steve Garcia coming up, you've got Melker Costa coming up, John Silva, they're all going to fight for the belt. I can almost guarantee that. But yeah, featherweight's so exciting right now. I think if the time period fits in, you have to try and fit Aljamain into a title picture before some of these younger guys. Like most of them are like 24. Like Vallejo's is 24. Silva's a bit older, I think, maybe 28. I think I can't remember. Who else? Steve Garcia is pretty young, I think. Melk is pretty young. So yeah, those guys have so much time. Featherweight's going to be the most exciting division in a few years. So it already is, like top 3. But yeah, all right. Moving on to lightweight. I don't think there's anyone else, man. Gaethje hardly deserves it. He's only getting it because he's the interim champ. And UFC failed to match Paddy against Ilya. But yeah, Armin, he'll literally fight every other weekend in some buttfuck organisation, but never in the UFC. I can see why he's losing his title opportunities. Like, after 300 walkout, punched the fan, 6-month suspension. After that suspension was over, he was offered a rematch with Gamrot, which he'd lost, he won. But on the scorecards, he lost. And then he was waiting for his title shot. He got it at 311, start of the year of 2025. And then fumbled it. It's saying he's saying back injury, others are saying missed weight. I reckon he missed weight. But he's proven he can make weight. And he's only had one fight since the Oliveira fight, which is kind of crazy. Which was Dan Hooker, which is the most piss easy fight ever. Dan loves his bottom position. But yeah, maybe make him fight Gamrot again. I don't know. Make him fight Gamrot again. Charles Oliveira is maybe a bit too early for the rematch. Who else is a legitimate? Max Holloway, maybe? I don't know. But make him fight someone in that top range. I know Gamrot's outside the top 8, but it would also be good for Armin to get a revenge win over Gamrot, which I think he'll do very easily. But yeah. And then whatever happens with the title, you probably have to make Ilya defend it again after he inevitably kills Justin Gaethje. Maybe make him fight end the year December. And then if Ilya can prove that he's defended his belt twice, I think he can make that move up to 170. Because I don't think I know Islam's not coming down at all. Because he gets a tiny little hand injury and then bitches and complains and pulls out of a fight 4 months in advance. Meant to be Freedom 250, but hey. There is some guys, they're perfect, man. They're always perfect. Everything has to go their way. Yeah, please don't kill me. Moving on. Welterweight. We got 2 here. And I think Michael Morales deserves it more than Ian Machado Gary. Morales kills people, man. It's ridiculous. He's a young buck. He's 25, 26. Killed Sean Brady, killed Gilbert Burns, I think it was Neil Magny. But yeah, no, this dude, his anti-wrestling stance against Sean Brady, I mean, it's kind of fruity, but fuck, he absolutely put Sean Brady's lights out, he did get standing TKO'd by Bilal. But other than that, yeah, give Michael the title shot. He's got the better record. The next guy we're talking about here, I beat Carlos Prates on 24 days' notice. I deserve the title shot. I'm the future. That was horrible. I'm sorry. Yeah, the only reason I have Michael, one of the reasons I have Michael above Ian Gary is because Michael's record is better, and Ian lost to a future title contender in Shavkat if he ever comes back. But yeah, and he's had impressive performances against Prates. He fit 48-47 to him and could have got finished in the fifth, sorry, by I'm a Carlos fan. But not when it comes to fucking JDM, mate. But yeah. And then Bilal had to eye poke him to victory. So that wasn't good. And Bilal's absolutely on the way out. And Prates at the time wasn't a real top contender. But now he is. And Ian's white, so by Carlos's rules, he can't slime him out. But yeah. I don't know, man. Who do you make fight who? If the UFC want to be really dumb, they can make him fight Kamaru Usman, who's a wrestler. I guess it would somewhat prepare him for the title shot. But yeah, I think Markle just deserves it that bit more. Considering I think he's a bigger threat for Islam. Both these guys are huge threats to Islam. They tower over him. And they're pretty good wrestlers. Well, Morales is anti-wrestler. And he'll just kill you. But yeah. Interesting to see. What middleweight? Oops. I guess you have to give it to this guy. I guess. He has had very impressive performances against Izzy. Brahalio put him away pretty easily. But he just fouls so much, man. He's so annoying with it. God, him, Cyril Gahn, the whole fucking training camp. Just nuke that shit, bro. Honestly. The world would be happier if we nuked Imovov's training camp. But yeah. I don't know, man. Because he just doesn't talk at all. He'll go and fight someone. But he just doesn't try and say, give me the title. I want the title. Give me the title. I want to fight. What was that? But yeah. It was between him and Strickland, which Strickland obviously got it because, that sells. That fucking... I'm going to definitely do a recap video on the presses on that one. That one's going to be crazy. That I don't think Hamzat will keep his cool in the Paramount stare-off. I don't see that happening. He probably will. He'll get paid probably enough money, but yeah, that one's going to be crazy. But yeah, Imavov. Maybe make him fight fucking Brendan Allen. I don't know. DDP. Make him fight DDP. Title eliminated bout for Strickland, if Strickland somehow pulls off. He won't get done by Hamza as dirty as DDP, but yeah. I don't know. Make him fight DDP or something. It'd be interesting. Yeah. But middleweight's kind of shit because Hamzat's a champ and then you have no solid top contender. Brendan Allen's not a top contender. Fucking Izzy's not. Fluffy's not. Bahalia's not. Yeah. DDP is, but he lost pretty brutally to the current champ. And then Strickland, he's 1-2, well, fucking what? 2-2 in his last couple. Lost DDP twice. DDP beat Costa, lost to DDP. Did he fight anyone after that DDP fight? Am I casual? I don't think he did. Fluffy? So 2-3. I don't know. You get the point. I'm a casual. Yeah, we'll move on to light heavyweight. I've got two again. Give me Azamat, bro. The other guy here I just don't like as much. But Azamat, undefeated. This looks really impressive. He's a bit of a blob. He's a short blob. But yeah. He'll likely beat Paulo Costa in a few weeks. But yeah, he's good. I like him. Just he'll punch you and you're out. Lights are off. Obviously, Yuri and Yuri and Ulberg are getting next title shot. I don't think Paulo Costa justifies a title shot necessarily. So maybe you give him this guy, Magomed. I mean, I don't like him there, but he's no doubt a good fighter. There's no doubt about it. Maybe make these two fight when Azamat inevitably beats Paulo Costa. Make these two fight. See how it goes when he gets to fight for the belt. So Ank won't get the title shot off of a loss to Pereira in 80 seconds. So I know Pereira got the belt back off a loss, but it was a rematch, so that's why. And light heavyweight. Oh, sorry, heavyweight. But yeah, Azmat over Magomed, but make these two fight, and then winner gets belt. Heavyweight. I know Pereira and Garn are fighting for the interim belt, and then winner will fight Aspinall, assuming Aspinall does move to boxing. And I think the first title defense past the Pereira-Garn fight. So winner Pereira-Garn fights Aspinall. Aspinall's first defense should be Salsa Boy. He's the only one who hasn't fought Tom Aspinall in that top, 5. Cyril Garn fought Aspinall, fucked up. He's a bitch. Volkov got slimed. Sergey got slimed, and he got turned into a decision merchant. Then we got Waddle at 4. Curtis Blades 1-1, but that first fight doesn't count. Aspinall kicked his own shit out, and then Curtis Blades got finished in a minute. Yeah. And Salsa, he's done so much for the company, man. Why wouldn't you give this guy the title shot, man? Obviously fighting Volkov at 328, so I think this justifies his title shot. I think he could beat Volkov. He's a lot shorter compared to Volkov, though. I think it's a good 6 inches off. 6 inches is absolutely ginormous, mate. Maybe 5 inches. That's still big, but yeah. Hasn't fought Aspinall. It's a new, fresh name. He's fairly well known. He's Dominican. Gonna do the salsa. Nah, I can't do the Dominican accent. Fuck my life. But yeah, he'll salsa all over Volkov, I think. And it's a fresh name for the title shot. Maybe he gets slammed out in 2 minutes by Aspinall. Who knows? But sorry, I'm recording this early in the morning. Yeah, these are my guys who I think deserve the next title shot. I am gonna be. I'm debating whether to stay up for UFC London, if it's worth it. You can't miss those early prelims, man. You really can't. Yeah, let's have a look here. Let's have a look at some of our early prelims. Dude, who wouldn't get up at 1 a.m. in the morning for Melissa Dixon versus Luan Carolina and Chanel Dyer versus Ravena Oliveira? I don't know if I'm going to stay up for this one. I probably will. Saturday into the Sunday morning. And then I'll record a video, I think it'd be 6:30 in the morning, maybe 7. I hope Balkan. This is the Balkan Bear, not the fucking middleweight, not our middleweight. But Balkan Bear. I'm excited for that one. Pinto should beat Franco. I'm excited for this guy. This guy's a fucking mauler, man. But I don't want to underestimate Nathaniel Wood because he beat Jose Delgado, man. Put some respect on his name. But yeah, I'm excited for this guy, assuming he doesn't miss weight. This is his second chance at UFC, so clearly he's done something right. I can't believe this is Curtis Campbell's first fight. He looks so familiar. Why isn't Roman Dolodzi fighting Marvin Vettori? Why are you giving him this guy? If he loses, give him Marvin Vettori again. Iwo should flatline Austin Lane. Marco Venepo should decision Patterson. Luke Riley could finish as well hasn't been finished, and Movsar will fucking lie on top of Lerone like he does to his 17-year-old wife. Anyways, those are my guys who I think should deserve the next title shot. Let me know if I'm stupid in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys later.